In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Through him all things were made. Without him nothing was made that has been made. In him was life, and that life was the light of all mankind. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. John 1:1-5.
On a dark, still, and cool night, a very long time ago, heaven came down to earth. A star shone brightly in the sky, peacefully and quietly whispering to the world that something very special had taken place. This special event that the star marked was the birth of a very special baby. From his throne in heaven, God came down to earth in the form of a baby. Our mighty, glorious, and all-powerful Creator came to be with us as a tiny infant child. Emmanuel, God with us. He was given the name Jesus. This most special of all babies would one day be given the title King of Kings and Lord of Lords. But this baby was not born in a fancy palace or to a fancy family or in a big fancy city. So humbly, he was born among animals in a small town called Bethlehem. Sheep, goats, and cows shared the air of Jesus' first breath. There were no royal robes to swaddle him in, for his first bed was the animal's feeding trough. His parents, Joseph and Mary, were two simple, ordinary, and faithful people. Having given their hearts to God, they lived quiet and obedient lives. The first people to receive the news of the birth of Jesus were also simple and ordinary people. An angel was sent from heaven to declare the arrival of the Savior of the world. But this angel didn't tell the mighty or the fancy or the most important people of the land. He told shepherds. These shepherds were dirty and poor and probably cold from guarding their flock in the field through the night. The angel said to them, "Do not be afraid. I bring you good news of great joy that will be for all the people. Today in the town of David, a Savior has been born to you. He is Christ the Lord. This will be a sign to you. You will find a baby wrapped in cloths and lying in a manger." After he made this announcement, a whole host of angels filled the sky, singing praises to the Lord. These most glorious heavenly sights and sounds were shared with the lowly and poor, revealing to us that Jesus is a king for all who are humble enough to see their need for a Savior.
He was in the world, and though the world was made through him, the world did not recognize him. He came to that which was his own, but his own did not receive him. Yet to all who received him, to those who believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God, children born not of natural descent, nor of a human's decision or a husband's will, but born of God. John 1:10-13.
And so began God's plan for redemption. Jesus came to the world to rescue all people and to free them from the penalty of their sin. He spent his time as a grown-up telling and showing people all about God's amazing love. By touching the untouchable, loving the unlovable, and forgiving the unforgivable, the nature and depth of God's heart was revealed to the world. Through Jesus' death on the cross and his resurrection, he opened the doors for all people to become children of God. Young, old, sick, healthy, rich, poor, clean, unclean, from near and far. All have the opportunity to be his adopted sons and daughters.
If you confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. Romans 10:9.